I finished this book, so I'm ready to do my review. Check out my Goodreads. I'm going to go ahead and plug myself. It's under Ramasa Emerson. My first name, Ramasa. Link up, be my friend. Let's share books. Let's read together. But I did finish Amy Tan's The Valley of Amusement, and I gave it 3 stars. I am going to keep it. I did enjoy it. I kind of wish it wasn't so leaning towards, like, I don't know, it was more, I felt like it was white leaning. I didn't know, I'm sorry, but that's the truth. But before I go, I'm going to give a quick synopsis of what this book's about. It's about daughters, mothers and daughters. Amy Tan is very good with that. I read Joy Love Club, which is about mothers and daughters, and this one is also about mothers and daughters. I have another Amy Tan book on my to-read bookshelf as well, and I have a feeling it's going to be about mothers and daughters. But it's about generations of mothers and daughters of not feeling loved, not feeling supported, and just trying to find their way in the world and know what their purpose is and to understand what they are. But most importantly, mothers wanting their daughters knowing how much they love them, even through adversity and a lot of challenges and sadness. A lot of sadness in this book, a lot of challenges that the characters went through. The main mother, her name is Lulu, and she's American, she's white. And she fell in love with a Chinese man, full Chinese, and became pregnant out of wedlock and decided to travel to China because that white leaning thing, she felt as an American, she's strong enough, they'll accept her, not really accepting the Chinese values that her lover told her about. And her daughter is Violet, who also becomes a mother to her daughter. I forgot her daughter's name that quickly. I just finished the book, but she also, had the child out of wedlock as well, and her father was white. So we're dealing with mostly mixed characters, which is fine, Chinese and American. But Amy Tan, in the beginning, really leans on that American, thought that, support, I'm better, people will listen to me, they have no choice, just the Western thought, right? But towards the middle and the end, she really does finally lean into the Chinese culture when they face challenges. She lost Violet's mother, Lulu, lost her son, never gets to reconnect to him because he's the first male heir, and her Chinese lover's parents took the child away from her, so she never ever found her son Teddy ever again, and she had to mourn that loss and let it go. But then Violet, when she found out she had a brother, had to also understand, in the beginning when she was young, she thought her mother loved her brother more and was willing to risk it all to go back to Americas to try to see him and get him. But she lost her, but she also lost her daughter Violet when she thought she can go back to the Americas to San Francisco to see her son again. She foolishly let a swindler get Violet's birth certificate, but said that he had to take her. And basically, when she was on the ship and was gone, it's not like she could turn the ship around and get her daughter back. She lost her daughter. And the swindler took Violet and sold her to a courtesan house, and she became a courtesan. And that's when the shift from the American view of her side greatly shifted to her Chinese side, because she finally accepted that she had Chinese features and she was entrenched in the Chinese culture. But she did meet someone. I think his name was Freddie. They didn't get married, but he did call her his Chinese wife. But he had a family back in the Americas, of course, and he was rich. But during their love affair, they had a child, a little girl. And unfortunately, her lover, Freddie, died, and he left everything to her. So in China, she was kind of buffered from anybody trying to come to her. Or do anything negatively to her in the beginning. But when her daughter, at the age of 3, they found out about her that their son had a daughter. They came and basically said, because she was using Freddie's actual wife's, American wife's name, which was not a smart idea. So they basically said she was an imposter and that her daughter was actually the daughter of his wife in America that he did not love, and that wasn't true. But with that knowledge and that Western gun-ho-ness, they were able to take her daughter away from her. And she did not reconnect with her daughter until the end of the book when she's in college. So she lost her at 3. Her daughter doesn't know her. But it kind of reminds me at the end with Joy Luck Cub, they're on a boat, you know, when her daughter finally gets older, and her daughter's been through a lot herself because she felt off. She didn't feel connected with her stolen mother for a good cause because she wasn't her mom. But she went through her own trials and tribulations. But they all get connected. Violet connects with her real mother, Lulu, and then she connects with her own daughter that she had with her lover, Freddie, the American. So it wrapped it up in a nice little bow at the end. And her daughter basically tells her mom that, because she refuses to leave China without her Chinese husband, because she didn't marry a Chinese man after her tribulations. But her daughter told her, I'm never going to lose you again, Mama, and we're going to be connected. So you get the sense that they're going to rebuild a relationship. So I really did enjoy, I love stories about family. So I really enjoyed the aspect of the mom and daughters. And, you know, Lulu losing Violet. You know, Violet hated her mom for a long, long time, but then when she became a mom herself and lost her own daughter, she understood. She had that sense of empathy for her mom, which helped her be able to forgive her mom. Didn't want to rehash the past, but they're kind of building forward, and that's what she did with her own daughter. So I love the mother-daughter ties. Amy Tan will always get me with that narrative. Her writing I really like. You can really just imagine and see the scenery and imagine what these characters look like. It didn't lag for me. It was fast paced. So I enjoyed it. I gave it middle of the road, and I am definitely going to keep it. So if you haven't read this one, the Valley of Amusement, and you may wonder, what is the name of this book for? Well, Lulu, the main mom, the first mom, the Chinese man that she fell in love with was a mediocre artist. And he painted this particular artwork that was called the Valley of Amusement. But the thing about it is he would make copies of it, of different versions of this particular thing. So each time he made a copy of this particular thing, it kind of showed him how weak and, yeah, the men in the story are not really strong, which I appreciate, but he just painted this valley that was beautiful, but he would make copies, and any of his commissioners that may want to change the particular original to suit themselves, he would do it. So it kind of just bastardized it, and it kind of just showed his personality, like he couldn't stand up to his family, and he stole Lulu's son from her, and he had like no real remorse. Like he's more in the background. He gives money to and things to try to ask for forgiveness. So that's another thing I like. The male characters are not the main characters. They're peripheral of like, oh, God, they're annoying. It's like you're rooting Violet on, yeah, take them for their money. But I really enjoy that. So if you haven't picked this up yet, I definitely suggest you pick this up and read it. Oh, this is my next book here. So I do have my next book. The wording is not so little, but I'm still going to use a magnifier or voiceover for this with my technology, but it's called Little Girl Gone. I'm going into this blind. I'm not sure what this is about. I bought this book off of Wilm because I thought I was buying Gone Girl. And I wasn't. I do have that book. I didn't like Gone Girl. You look at my playlist, you can see that review. But this was a mistake. So I'm going to read the mistake and let you know how this goes and what I think of it. Hopefully it won't take me too long.